Thank you. The majority of Americans did not want war at all. Even after the fall of France in 1940, still 85% of the American population was opposed to going into war. Eventually, Roosevelt makes moves to freeze all Japanese assets. This led to an encompassing oil embargo. Now, Japan imported 90% of its oil from the US during the time. This left Japan with essentially nothing after the embargo was set into place. Even further, any traded goods between the US and China were doubled to lock up the financials of the Axis powers even more. In preparation for something so drastic to happen in the War of the US, America sent its naval fleet from California to Pearl Harbor, along with 35 B-17 bombers that are in striking range of Japan. Roosevelt thought that if America was to just flex its muscles, Japan would back down, having no oil and no resources. Japan had two options. They could discontinue the war in China, or they could double down and expand the war in Asia. Through spies and Central Intelligence, Japan found that the entirety of the U.S. Navy fleet would be in Pearl Harbor. So, on December 7th, 1941, the first wave of the most powerful naval air force ever put together was sent out, with every pilot having on average 800 hours of in-air combat experience. In total, the Japanese destroyed 188 aircrafts. They damaged or sunk 21 warships and killed just under 2,500 Americans, both civilians and military personnel. The all-American aircraft carriers had been sent to Midway, but were still acting as a front-facing shield for the Americans. The Japanese thought that this would be a trap, so they left them be. The day after Pearl Harbor, on December 8, 1941, Roosevelt declared war on Japan and the Axis forces, bringing America into World War II. The only thing that Japan did not take into consideration is how much they had just pissed off the most powerful country in the world and made it more united than it ever had been before.